Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Life with Patty. Happy late Thursday evening. So I am late getting this video up. It is for the hashtag Thursday BookTube that is hosted by my Mountain Home and Kitchen and myself. And so what this is you just upload any book on Thursday and review it or talk about it, share it, whatever you want to do. It does not have to be a book that you just recently read. It can be a cookbook, it can be a color book, it can be a craft book, it can be a book that you read a long time ago, but you still highly recommend it and you want to tell people about it. Whatever you want. So last week I shared my book that my husband bought me of Dolly Parton, All in Rhinestones, which was a lot about her life on the show, on the road, with her singing and her acting and her wardrobe and how she likes bling and all that kind of good stuff. Excuse me. Well, this week my husband bought me this one. It's good looking cooking. And it is on the number one, it is the number one best-selling book as of yesterday. Was a release day. Yesterday was the first day it was released to stores. It was the first day that you could actually buy it. But he had pre-ordered it, so which meant that if they sold out, he had a copy of it. And it was delivered to me yesterday because that was the day that it was available in the stores. So they probably sent it out, a few days before that, but because it was a pre-order, we got it for sure. So this is a cookbook about Dolly and her sister Rachel. And she talks about in here all the different cooking that they enjoyed to do. So let me show you how it goes. Anyways, I'm going to tilt the camera down, that way you can see it, and I will share it better that way with you, okay? So here we go. Okay, so here is, first off, a great picture of her and her sister Rachel. And Rachel is her, I don't know what you call her. If she takes care of everything for Dolly. She's like her assistant, but she's like her manager, stage manager. I don't know what you would call her, but she said that she runs her life for her. Basically, she books all her. She's not on tour anymore, but if anything, if she was going to go for an interview, anything, it goes through Rachel. Even her house, running her house, it would go through Rachel so that Dolly doesn't have to worry about it. But this is her sister, and they've been close their entire life, of course, and her name was Rachel Parton George, and she's married, and this is just a great picture of them. And so this book is broke down a little bit different. Okay, and so let me read a little bit of this from Dolly. It says, God, family, music, and food are the staples of my life. Food for the heart, food for the mind, food for the soul, and food for the table. Rachel and I come from a long line of great cooks, our mama, our grandmothers, our aunts, cousins, and so on. Hey, good looking, what you got cooking is a phrase from the old Hank Williams song we've used forever when we walk into someone's kitchen. Sometimes we say it, sometimes we sing it. It fits here, though, and for several reasons. And that's why they named this book Good Looking, because they take it from a Hank Williams Jr. song. A lot of relatives are beautiful women. A lot of those same women are a part of that long line of great cooks. So that seemed like the perfect title for our cookbook. And hey, Rachel's one of them. She is beautiful on the inside and out. Rachel is Mama and Daddy's last child, so she would be the baby. But I've always claimed her as my own. She's a wonderful singer, a songwriter, and she spent time out there on the road with me for many years in our traveling family band. She also acted in the TV series 9 to 5. When it ended, though, she said, "Enough of this. I want to stay closer to home, raise a family, and cook." And she did. What people may not know is that Rachel is the executive director of my company. Okay, that's what she's called. And pretty much runs my life. And thank goodness she does. But I think cooking is at the very top of her list of things she does best. I feel like I am kind of riding in on her coattails or dress tails on this one, but I am proud that we have something wonderful to do together, and it will last forever and hopefully bring as much joy and nourishment to others through the years it has to us. Even though I am a very good cook, my dishes are not always as good looking as Rachel's. She has the true knack for making food look and taste beautiful, and that is truly an art. So that was the message for Dolly. And then I'm not going to read all of Rachel's because she rambles for kind of a long time. But she did put here, "I am a collector of recipes and cookbooks. It's my hobby and my passion. There is only one thing I enjoy more than reading a good cookbook, and that's cooking a great meal for people to enjoy. No matter how far we travel, the places we visit, the food that we get to experience, there's nothing like home cooking." So I won't go into the whole thing, but it shows that I think Rachel had the real passion for cooking, but Dolly loves it too. And so together they did a cookbook. So I think that's really cool. Why we love cooking. Let's just read a phrase of this. People often ask us, "Why do you love to cook?" "Because we love to eat," we reply. That is the honest truth and the main reason for this book. But we're also creative people who like to make food that tastes great and looks beautiful. So here we are with Good Looking Cooking. The title may be inspired by the song lyric, but for us, it's so much more. And so there's another great picture of them together. But what I wanted to show you, how they broke this cookbook down. Most cookbooks go by, like they start out with breakfast, then lunch, appetizers, dinners, and then desserts. So for them, they broke this down by the months. So January, Happy New Year, let's get cooking. And so they give you drinks and food recipes. So there was a drink, there's an appetizer, and then they've got different foods. They've got the pot of black-eyed peas, because that's what you have the first day of the new year. Turnip greens, skillet cornbread. So these are things that they identify with for January. A chocolate pie with meringue. And then you go into February. So it's Valentine's Day, eat your heart out. And so then they show you different recipes that tie into what they consider for February. And that's what they do with the whole book. So it's all broke down by month instead of by different categories. St. Patrick's Day, a few lucky charms. So they got the green beer, and they've got the shamrock sauerkraut balls. I've never even heard of those before. Corned beef brisket with carrots and cabbage. Cast iron cornbread sticks. So it sounds like cornbread is offered almost all the time in their meals. And then you go April Easter Bunny Delights. And there's the picture of Dolly and Rachel's grandchildren. So it's just a really cool cookbook. So they don't call deviled eggs or stuffed eggs. They call them dressed eggs. So we call them deviled eggs or stuffed eggs. And I guess back in the South, they call them dressed eggs. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Slaw for many colors. Coleslaw. rustic chicken and dumplings. So you can tell their food is more like southern kind of food. May, Mother's Day, a mother's touch. And it looks like they have a watermelon salad there. Fried chicken and gravy. Angel biscuits. Country potato salad. Oven roasted broccoli. Fresh orange cake. And June is Father's Day. Firing up the grill. So anyways, I just thought that was cool how they categorized it. I'm gonna try this one. It's the beef queso. So it's like a beef queso dip with hamburger and I don't know, all kinds of stuff to make like a queso dip. It looks really good. So I'll be trying some of these recipes. A T-bone steak with herbs and blue cheese butter, because it's Father's Day. So of course those are. Now I want to read more because I don't know who this man is. I don't know if this is Rachel's husband, Dolly's husband, a brother, a nephew. I don't know who that is, but I do want to check into that and see who that is. Because Dolly's husband never makes appearances with anything. So it'd be interesting. So this is their Mama's Banana Pudding. And this is so huge in the South. So if you are watching me and you live in the South, would you confirm that to me? Because I've never really had a true banana pudding like this with the wafers and the layers like that on the trifle dish. But I understand this is very, very popular. July's 4th of July celebration cookouts. So, yeah. Anyways, looks like a great book. Oh, is that guy again? No. Looks like a great book. I can't wait to read more of it. Because they also give you stories in here about their life too. Summertime gone fishing. Oh, so they had one with fried trout or fried catfish right here. Fried trout or catfish. That sounds really good. And this is corn fritters. I've never had corn fritters. Purple and white slaw. Broiled potato wedges. This is strawberry shortcake, but it's definitely not like how I make it. But I have a friend that this is how she makes it. And the first time I had it, I thought it was so strange. It's more like a pound cake, and we usually have it with an angel food cake. September, something for everyone, road happy. Anyways, if you were wondering if you want this book or not because it just came out, I would highly suggest it. They're not fancy, hard, difficult recipes. They're just down-home cooking. So, all right. Well, there it is. There is the cookbook that I shared for hashtag Thursday BookTube. Thank you, My Mountain Home and Kitchen. We sponsor this collaboration together. So if anybody would like to join in, just put that hashtag in, Thursday BookTube. Share whatever kind of book you would like to share. You guys have a great evening. Take care, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.